I've got some breaking news here by Trudy McIntosh, one of our reporters in Canberra, reporting via Reuters. China will introduce the levy on anti-dumping duties of barley imports from Australia. It will do so from May the 19th. They had flagged this as potentially an 80% tariff. We have to confirm exactly how much here. But barley tariffs, they come into effect from tomorrow. What does that mean to the Australian industry? Breaking news tonight.
Well, it's already had an effect, Paul, because I'm on an inquiry looking at the National Agricultural Labour Force, and the witnesses we've had this week are saying in South Australia, it's planting season now, places like the Yorke Peninsula, big barley producing areas, regions down South Australia, the farmers now contemplating sowing wheat instead of barley because of this. So it's already having an effect, and it's still mid-May. They can sow up till mid-June in most areas. So farmers will choose to sow, probably getting late for canola, but chickpeas, wheat, and change their crops because the message has already gone out there. And hopefully they'll get a good price for that after a couple of terrible years of drought. They're suffering immensely from the drought, the grain growers, Paul.
All right, so apparently this is going to be an anti-dumping duty of 73.6%, an anti-subsidy duty rate of 6.9%. So the breaking news is that China is going to introduce increased tariffs on Australian barley, and that will have obvious consequences on the market here. This, in part, is going to be part of the retaliation, you would imagine, for us embarrassing them by getting the majority of the world, countries on every continent, from literally countries such as Russia through to the US, from the UK through to New Zealand, to want an inquiry into what happened in China. So let's talk about the where to from here, Wacker. We're talking with John Wacker-Williams, former Senator from New South Wales. So they've whacked this one on, they've threatened other ones. Do you have an expectation that now that they've done it, that this is the black eye, or they've got plenty more shots to fire?
Well, I hope it's a finale of the political dispute, if you want to call it that, Paul, because they need our products, we need their products, and it's been good for us and it's been good for them. But as I said, you can't have a situation where our leader, namely Scott Morrison, and Foreign Minister Marise Payne make a comment, pursue an inquiry to see that they can stop again. This virus, as you know, has killed more than 300,000 people, brought the world to its knees. So more than 116 countries now prove Scott Morrison was right. The inquiry will get up and running. China needs to just say, righto, take it on the chin, move on, help with the inquiry, and get back to our trade. We're glad to do trade with China, but I don't think you can have a situation where China can tell us what we can say and what we can do.
No, absolutely. Wacker, we love you, mate. All the best. Geez, enjoy that fire. I look forward to enjoying it when we're allowed to drive that far, mate.